where people that believed in Bitcoin, but then went off to do all of their other altcoin experiments and crypto experiments, they're going to realize that there was a reason that you might want a censorship-resistant network that spit out a block every 10 minutes. They're going to realize that there's a reason for a mining network that spits out 400 exahash of digital power. They're going to realize that there's a benefit to working really long and hard for many, many years to do a lightning-type network. They're going to realize that these things they took for granted, they thought, we can just have our cake and eat it too. We can have a decentralized network that has the dollar as a unit of account. We can move the money at the speed of light for free. And we don't really need to use energy and mining ASICs and Bitcoin. And we don't have to pay for Bitcoin for gas. We'll just issue our own yo-yo coin and we'll use that for gas. And I think that those people are going to realize that Bitcoin is the safe haven asset. Bitcoin is the risk-off asset. Bitcoin is the censorship-resistant network, right? Bitcoin is the reserve asset of the ecosystem. And that means that as they lose confidence in their tokens, they're going to trade their tokens back into the reserve asset of the ecosystem, which is Bitcoin. When they lose confidence in an offshore or an onshore crypto exchange, they're going to trade back into Bitcoin. When they lose confidence, when they think that, well, that's not censorship resistant anymore, right? Those are all nation state captured networks. They're going to go back to Bitcoin. And so I actually think that this is reminding everybody why Satoshi did what Satoshi did. It's going to bring everybody back to their roots. And as people lose confidence in all of these other crypto ideas, which were meant to make Bitcoin better or fix Bitcoin, right? And I'll give people a benefit of doubt. They're trying to fix Bitcoin, but they're taking shortcuts. Or maybe it was their business, right? I'm going to be in the business of trading Bitcoin, rehypothecating Bitcoin, hedging Bitcoin, creating competitors to Bitcoin, improving Bitcoin. That was their business. I think that they're going to realize that, in fact, the best idea always was to buy and hold Bitcoin, take the long view, and if you see an issue, if you see something that is suboptimal, like I want to pay for a cup of coffee in a split second for free, if you can't do that with Bitcoin, you don't reinvent the ecosystem. You go back and you focus on creating either a layer 2 or a layer 3 solution on top of Bitcoin, and you solve the problem via Lightning or solve the problem by a custodial Bitcoin wallet. And so ultimately, the capital in the crypto ecosystem is going to migrate from the other crypto assets to Bitcoin. As people lose confidence, as they get fearful about all these other crypto assets and crypto exchanges, they're going to go to the thing they know, the thing they trust. And the truth of the matter is, as Eric, as you've told me many times, the crypto people don't just like Bitcoin. They actually like Bitcoin. They just thought that there might be another way and there might be another possibility. And now they realize that Bitcoin is the way. And
there's no second best.
There is no second best. The exchanges will simplify. They will go from trading hundreds of tokens or thousands of tokens or tens of thousands of ideas, and they will simplify and they will consolidate. The ones that are going to last are going to focus on Bitcoin, right? They're going to realize that. The investors are going to realize they should focus on Bitcoin. The technologists, whatever their ideas, fast payments, DeFi, some token, any kind of security thing, they're going to focus on Bitcoin. They're going to focus on Bitcoin, Lightning. There'll be an explosion of interest in protocols. The VC are going to move over from crypto tokens, with Solana named as a security, with Cardano named as a security, with all these other 15, 20, 30 tokens named as securities. The VC in Silicon Valley are going to say, wow, what was that thing about Bitcoin? What was that Lightning? You mean I can do this on Bitcoin with Satoshis? And you're going to see the VCs move over to Bitcoin and Lightning. You're going to see a renaissance of development on Bitcoin. You're going to see an acceleration of Lightning. You're going to see an expansion. And all of this is, in essence, a massive educational campaign to teach politicians the difference between Bitcoin and an ethical commodity and a security. And you can see it. It's like the senator says Bitcoin, the governor says Bitcoin, the congressperson says Bitcoin, the regulator says Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. And all of these lawsuits, and I have read thousands and thousands of pages. There's one word conspicuously missing from all of the thousands of pages. And that one word is Bitcoin. Okay? So, bottom line, right? It's bumpy. It's a turbulent transition. It's a rationalization of the industry. The industry's growing up, but it's long-term good for Bitcoin. And I think you can expect a lot of the crypto bros that got distracted. Maybe they took off their laser eyes. Maybe they loved Bitcoin between 2010 and 2016. I think they're coming back to Bitcoin from 2023 to 2030, and you're going to see there's going to be an avalanche of people returning to the fold, building on top of Bitcoin, and they're going to rediscover the roots of the crypto revolution, right? That the whole idea of cryptography, decentralization, an asset without an issuer, right? And that is what's going on right now. It's going to educate the politicians. It's going to educate the mainstream media. Watch CNBC. They get it. Watch Bloomberg. They get it. Read Wall Street Journal and New York Times. They get it. And so I follow all you guys on Twitter. And I remember when I first got in this space in 2020, people said, when will the mainstream media talk about us? Nobody talks about us. Nobody talks about Bitcoin. Nobody talks about any of this. And then for a while, they talked about a lot of stuff, and it was very confusing, and it was very scary, and it was unclear whether there's a difference between Bitcoin and FTT token. And now they're talking about us, but it's very clear. Like, Bitcoin is a commodity. This other stuff is uncertain, right? And Andrew Ross Sorkin says, tell me what you think about Bitcoin. And so I think that this has been, it's a catalytic experience. It's cathartic for the crypto community. I think we should welcome them back with open arms when they're ready to return to the fold. But meanwhile, Bitcoin is going to continue to motor forward. We have all of the people rehypothecating and shorting Bitcoin, they're all bankrupt. If you thought it was a good idea to loan your Bitcoin to someone so they could short it, you probably lost your Bitcoin. Everyone in the business of shorting Bitcoin, they're all fallen, right? Everybody that embraced the altcoins as being equal to Bitcoin, they're realizing that was a bad business idea. I think it takes a while for the market to work out these issues, but the law of thermodynamics will not be denied. And Bitcoin is the technically superior asset. It is the economically superior asset. And it is the ethically superior asset, and believe it or not, the vast majority of the disinterested population around the world will eventually, given enough time and information, realize that. And they are realizing that. And that's what's happening in front of your face. It's not pretty. It's not pleasant. But this is the way that Bitcoin rises above the noise and establishes its dominance as the world's greatest crypto asset network.